Hey everyone, today I'll show you hardware requirement for the ground mount. So this is one leg. Let me show you. So two here, nuts and bolt hardware. Here is two. Here is two. Six. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. From there, 10 plus 2, 12. So you're done with the up to rafters done. So now let me show you the purlins. Before going to purlins, likewise rafter the hardware requirement for each leg is same. 2 plus 6, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. So for rafters 12. Likewise 3 legs, 4 legs, 5 legs, 6 legs. So the 6 legs we called one table. So now let's go with this. So in the table for the purlins, here is the 1, means 1 set, 2, 2, 2 plus 6, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 6, 16. 16 plus 6, 4. So up to here you got the 22. 22. Here is a 2. 24. So likewise rest of 3 purlins in a table. So see, same like this first purlin, likewise rest of the 3 also we record same set of hardware. So now you got the first table in this first row purlin. So that's it. Likewise we can calculate. So for especially per one table hardware, it requires for this one purlin from the table, one table, for one table in this one row, first row of purlin, it requires hardware of 24 sets. One set consists of one bolt, 2 watchers, and one nut and one spring watcher. That is we called as split lock watcher also. And as we already said, flat watchers are there. As you can see, flat watchers, one is here one is here, and one split lock that we call as spring washer also, and one nut for that bolt. So likewise 24 for one row of purlin in a table. Likewise you can calculate 24 plus 24, 48, 48 plus 48, rest of the two rows. You just calculate it simply. You can go, it goes around 96. So for one table 96 sets of hardware required for only purlins, and the rafters are different again. Already we calculated for one leg we requires 12 sets of hardware, nut and bolts, one spring washer, two flat washers. Likewise for one leg 12. You just calculate. For 6 legs, 6 into 12. So you will get number of sets of hardwares required for one table. So that's all for the day about the hardware. You can calculate, and generally let me tell you, hardware you will get in a lump sum quantity in a bags, like the weighted, they won't get as a counted, and you will get as a lump sum in kgs. Okay, so it depends. You should have once check with in one bag how many nuts and bolts you will get. So once you do, and there is a point, let me mention, so you will find some wastage also in this nut and bolts and washers and spring washers. There are, you will get a flat washers somewhere not in a good, and even the nuts also oversized, and washers also lesser size, kind of size mismatch, some wastage you will get. So be aware of it. Okay, yeah. So this is like hardware look like. Yeah, I'll try to show you in the next coming days with a different exact how this goes. Till now, signing off. Bye. So all these things we are learning in 1 megawatt or 2 megawatt, any megawatt. So you can take it as a reference. Bye.